spite of what is being said all over the globe and written all over the globe, and in spite of what is being shouted at the United Nations, South Africa, the Republic of South Africa, stands out as a tower of strength on the continent of Africa. We shall negotiate. We are prepared to negotiate. We haven't got any more preconditions because we have guidelines on which we will negotiate. But we have one precondition. Renounce violence, abandon violence, then we can negotiate. Without that, no negotiation. Certain Western governments who should know better have been attempting to force and to trick us into this kind of negotiation with the proponents of Marxism, violence and terror. We are told to negotiate with terrorists and murderers. We are told to commute the punishment of the most cruel of terrorists and murders. We are told to start negotiating the transfer of power to a leftist radical power clique. In this regard, we have in recent years been confronted with externally manipulated and artificially contrived tide of rising expectations. These expectations have little to do with the expansion of rights in a democratic society. In certain quarters, the perception has been created that South Africa is on the point of a handover. They even whispered to each other last year that before Christmas there will be a handover. They said P.W. Botha will be out and the takeover will take place. They were very optimistic, but the year has passed, I'm still here. Many years ago I issued a warning: terrorism is like a highly contagious disease. But now, slowly, they are learning the lesson that terrorism cannot be condoned, financed, and even supported in one part of the world without the virus spreading to other parts of the world. And it's all over. It's all over the globe. That is exactly what is happening now. After the recent spate of insidious terrorist attacks in various parts of the world, it is increasingly being condemned. But what do they do now? Some of the Western nations hold anti-terrorist conferences. They come together. Their leaders come together to speak on terrorism, to plan against terrorism. But then they leave South Africa out. We can tell them more about terrorism than they know.